Hello, hello, hello. I just realized I need to open my chat. So give me just a second. Open a new window. Put that over here. Let's get a chat up. And you may be wondering, hey, why are we doing this? We just did this last night. Well, I realized I watched a part of it and I'm like, oh my god. I sound like the breathing, man. The breathing was really freaking bad. I don't know what my problem was. I think I need to start working out a little bit. Content. So I'm just getting my chat up, and then we're going to talk about the spells again really quick, then some Dragonlance UA. Yeah, I just had to get rid of that video. It was annoying me. Plus, I was an idiot, and I was like half asleep because I got like 3 hours of sleep the night before. It was not a good video. So let's do it again. Only this time, better. Better, I say, better. You know, because making you guys just sit there and do nothing while I open up this so I can look at chat is awesome. Oh, there's chat. Cool. Now let me move this over here. And there's nobody here yet, so that's good. No one here. See? All right, here we go. So the point of this is to look at the spells and how they've changed from... Oh, someone is here. Oh my god, dude. Like, listening to it, I sound like Darth Vader had just run a marathon and then tried to hump a bantha. It was something. Hopefully it's not so bad now. I got my mic, because yesterday, I think when I did it, my mic was like this. Now I'm going to keep it back this way a little bit, and hopefully it won't be so bad. So let's look. We can start with Aid, and then after this, we're going to go to... Here's the Kryta, because that I have not looked at. I'm really interested in that, because I love me some Kryta. And welcome, Diamond and Dallas. So, Aid. Each character gains 5 temporary hit points. I believe this is worse than it was in 5e. Aid's one I don't really know, so I don't remember it. I take no responsibility for my search history. If there is anything bad on there, I don't know. So, it gives you 3 creatures. Yes, okay, that was the difference. This one just makes it temporary. The other one is 5 hit points for 8 hours, basically. And was it 8 hours? 8 hours, no concentration. You get extra 5 hit points. So it was definitely... They made this worse. Although it is now 6 creatures. Because as we talked about the other time, basically, if I am a level 1 fighter with 11 hit points, someone casts 8 on me now, all of a sudden I have 16 hit points. If I get hit and they heal me, they can heal me back up to 16. With this, you get the 16, then you don't get healed back up to it. Just wear protection. Nice. Alright, moving on. We're going to do this part quicker because, like I said, we did it before. Wait. What am I missing? Banishment. Banishment, the only difference is now they get a save once a round, which I can totally understand. I have ruined encounters with banishment before. Like, I don't remember what it was. Actually, it was saving Enzo from a cult that he had joined from the Flesh Weaver. And we were going, like, these 2 badasses were coming at me. I banished one of them. Well, not me, the whole party. We beat the crap out of the other one. Then I undid my banish. Everyone was holding an attack for as soon as the banish ended. And we beat the other one real easy. So it turned what could have been a hairy encounter into a trivial encounter, which I don't mind. I like feeling like a hero. But I didn't see why they would do this. They get a turn everything. Because a minute in combat is an eternity. Barkskin. This was one that actually, a minute in combat is an eternity the way I play. Because, oh my god. Just a quick aside here. PSA time. If you are playing D&D and you're in combat, please, while other people are doing shit, try and figure out what you're going to do. I got so annoyed in my Thursday night game. We actually quit mid-combat because we have a hard 9 o'clock finish time because of me. And, like, the combat was mostly over. But I was like, oh my god, there was so much fucking waiting around. It was the most boring thing in the world. I hate combat in D&D when people aren't invested in it. And they just sit there and wait. Like, you go this turn. Like, someone would say, okay, George, it's your turn. And George would be like, well, I guess I... Or maybe I'll... Like, seriously, figure that shit out on other people's turns. I understand that sometimes situations change right before your turn and it takes time. But not every goddamn time. I had a couple players in my party that were like that, and it made shit drag on. Not to mention, don't tell them, but they're fucking morons. Alright, let me set this up for you. I know, I didn't expect to go on this rant, and I probably shouldn't because at least one person in the group knows about this channel, but I doubt they watch my shit anymore. Anyway, we're walking down this road. All of a sudden, we hear these noises coming from the other end. So I'm like, okay, somebody's coming this way. Let's get off the path. Let's ambush them. Or just let them go by. So I get off the path. A couple other players get off the path. Two guys are just like, do. Walk right down the path up to them and start a fight. I'm still fucking 40 feet back that way. I wasted my first turn just waiting. Because I thought we were going to try and ambush them, but these two morons just freaking go off in that. So the ambush fails. I wasted another round getting up to the fight. So I didn't do anything the first 2 rounds. And then we almost get our asses handed to us. Almost die. And I'm like, I didn't have to say something in character. I'm like, man, I don't even remember what I said. Basically, you guys are morons. We should have ambushed them like we said. Or like, wow, you guys are really horrible at ambushing. But the battle ended up lasting 2 goddamn hours of real life time. Against like 4 orcs, a couple of orc priestesses, and a troll something or other. And it sucked. It just fucking sucked because everybody took forever. We didn't do anything smart. Alright. One of the priestesses has Spirit Guardians up. Spirit Guardians is an awesome spell. We're going to talk about... Actually, we won't talk about that in a minute because that's not one of the spells on here. And... I have all, like, it's going around. Like, let's say she put Spirit Guardians up, and her turn was right after me, so everyone else got a turn to go around. Now, the fighter obviously can't do anything about it. He's surrounded. The fighter's got, like, 4 guys around him. We have a rogue that's, like, pew-pewing with a short bow. We have a wizard. We have, what else do we have? A druid. But, sure enough, Spirit Guardian's up. You would think the spellcaster would be the target. Nope, not a single one of them effers hits her on their turn. They just ignore it. So my dumbass, being a monk, has to run into the Spirit Guardians and hit her and hopefully make her lose concentration. Which, spoiler, I didn't. But luckily... Or did I? Anyway, she lost it soon after that. It might have been me that did it. But anyway, not smart. That was frustrating. Sorry, rant over. Just wanted to get it off my chest. Hopefully none of those people see it. But if you do better next time. Seriously, that was shitty. Let's see. Barkskin. Barkskin in One D&D is better than other stuff. It's better than it was before because it gives you 5 temporary hit points that you regain. Wait, more than 5. Your spellcasting ability modifier and your proficiency bonus together. So, up to like, I don't know, what would that end up being, like 20th level? 10? That you get at the beginning of each turn. And it is concentration, but you cast it on somebody. You cast it on the barbarian, you cast it on the fighter, you cast it on somebody, and they become the goddamn Energizer Bunny. They go down, beginning of their next turn, they get those temporary hit points, come back up. They go down again, beginning of the next turn, they are back up. It's actually really not a bad spell. And moving on. Guidance. Guidance is now a reaction. And has a range of 10 feet. Which makes guidance better. Because now you can give it to people during combat. Like, say somebody's getting grappled. You can like, hey, I used my reaction to give you guidance on your against your anti-grapple check. Or your grapple check. So I think guidance is an improvement. Jump, light web. And if I miss something, let me know. Prayer of Healing. Oh, I didn't even look at this one last time. Prayer of Healing. I'm going to have to look this up. Alright, cast time is still 10 minutes. Because I remember the first time I saw Prayer of Healing. Oh my god. Prayer. I was like, this is the most amazing spell ever. And then I didn't notice the 10-minute casting time. So let's see how these compare. 6 creatures. Duration instantaneous. Takes 10 minutes to cast. Same here. Choose a number of willing creatures equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, so it's not going to be 6 creatures, less creatures. Each of those creatures who remain within the range of the spell for the entire casting gain the benefits of short rest and also regain 2d8 hit points. And a creature can't be affected. Of the decisions within range, each regain 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. It has a higher level thing. So now basically it heals you for a little bit less, which I don't like, because your ability modifier add-in is the one constant. That 2d8 could be a 2. But if you have at least, say, a 4 ability modifier, you're going to at least heal for 6 instead of 2. Like, it makes it a lot less random. But it also gives them a short rest, which means they can spend hit die in 10 minutes. But it only works on number of creatures for your spellcasting ability modifier. So that's... I don't like that part right there. It's also going to encourage DMs to give you a more... Oh, that is true. Helpful for warlocks, fighters, monks. But let's say, once again, your spellcasting modifier basically maxes out at 5. So you can do it for 5 creatures. So if you have a bigger party, somebody's getting left out. But just leave out the sorcerer. They don't get anything on short rest anyway. Resistance. Resistance is badass now. Any game I play with these rules, I'm taking resistance if I can. Because it's a reaction. Has a range of 10 feet, so you got to be within the thick of the action. But instantaneous, it's verbal and somatic, whatever, however you say that word. And you can give them a d4 on a saving throw. Would that stack with Bless? That would stack with Bless, right? There's no reason it wouldn't stack with Bless. So 2d4 on a saving throw, if they're blessed. What else we got? I know there's some... I skipped one. I skipped Spiritual Weapon. Spiritual Weapon! I'm kind of curious to see how the community is going to feel about this one. Because Spiritual Weapon was annoying as hell if someone cast it on you before. It was awesome if you were the one casting it. But it was annoying as hell because you couldn't get rid of it until you got rid of the spellcaster. It wasn't concentration. The only difference is it's concentration now. So I'm okay with that change. I'm actually, when I put all these changes in focus, like good or bad, I would say overall the changes are good, mainly because resistance is a spell would never take before, or at least I've never seen anyone take it. I'm sure people have. But now it's very useful. Before, you would have to cast it. It was concentration. It would last for 1 minute. So you'd kind of have to know in advance, which a lot of times does not happen. Or you use your turn on it, and then you're using concentration. Now it's not concentration. Yeah, I think that makes a big difference. Spiritual Weapon and Banish both got nerfed a bit, but they kind of deserved it. I don't think there is another spell like Banish that would put somebody out for an entire minute. I mean, sure, it's concentration, so you can try and break the caster's concentration. But man, I had Banish cast on me in a game. I was pissed. Out of character. Out of character, I'm pissed because that means, okay, I guess I'll just sit here and twiddle my damn thumbs for a while you guys all play. Yeah, that is true. Now, like, you won't see him all the time. Because Banish was awesome. Spiritual Weapon was awesome. And on the flip side, when the enemy casts those spells on you, it kind of sucked. And as a person who has had Spiritual Weapon cast on them punch, it kind of sucks. It's not the worst thing in the world. But Banishment being cast on you really sucks. So, I'm good with the changes they've made here. And I think that's all the spells. See, it makes a lot more sense. It was a lot easier here. I did want to look at True Sight, because I think True Sight has changed. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh. Is True Sight not a thing in 5e right now? There's a spell, apparently. Oh, there it is. True Sight. A monster with True Sight can see normal magical darkness, see invisible creatures automatically, detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws against them. And perceive the original form. Maybe it's the same thing. Let's see. Darkness, yeah, that's what it said. Invisibility, yep. Visual illusions, automatic, the same thing. Transformations. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Alright, so that was short and sweet. That is the spell portion. Now, I would love to look at this. Because I love Dragonlance. I said it before on the stream that I got rid of because I was breathing like Darth Vader running a marathon with a bantha on his back. But Dragonlance was my basic introduction to D&D. The first time I played. I mean, I didn't play. The first thing I heard of. I read the books. I read the Chronicles series and the Legends series when I was in middle school or high school. And they were awesome. So let's see what they have added for this. Because I would love to play a Dragonlance campaign. In terms of your... This is just things. Kender. Kender were basically halfling, only less impulse control. Okay, this is how they made effect. Kender are diminutive humanoids that look like humans with pointed ears and diverse appearances. Kenders have supernatural curiosity that drives them into adventure. Kender do not have long lifespans because they are very curious. They have almost no self-preservation. If I remember correctly, they're afraid of nothing except for maybe dragon fear or something. They also steal all the time. So, yeah. But they call it borrowing. I like that their walking speed is 30 feet. That's one thing that annoys me the crap about dwarfs in 5e, is they have a walking speed of 25 feet. You're a medium creature. Freaking goblins are small creatures and they get 30 feet. Why do you only get 25? So, Kender Curiosity, thanks to Mystic Origin, your people gain proficiency in one of the following skills of your choice. Insight, Investigation, Sleight of Hand. Yeah, see, Insight doesn't fit on this because from what I remember of Kenders, they were really crappy at Insight. They just, they would take something, someone would get mad at them, and they'd have no idea the person was mad at them. Like, the person could be screaming in their face, spit flying, eyes bulging out, and they'd have no idea the person was mad at them. They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry you're upset about that. Or later on they'd be like, wow, that guy was really mad. I wonder why he was mad. Just, yeah. Insight doesn't fit. Sleight of hand, definitely. Stealth, definitely. Survival, yes. Taunt. Yeah, that was another Kender ability. You have an extraordinary ability to fluster creatures. As a bonus action, you can unleash a string of provoking words at a creature within 60 feet that can hear and understand you. The wisdom must see a wisdom saving throw. It has disadvantage attack rolls against creatures other than you until the start of the next turn. You can use this as a bonus action. Number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah, that's pretty good. And there it is, Fearless. I was just looking for this. I skipped past it. You are immune to the frightened condition. That is definitely that is Kender's. Backgrounds. Where's backgrounds? No backgrounds? Or Lance, choose the background in this section. In this section. Oh, these are the backgrounds over here? Why do we get a bonus feats in, backgrounds? That's weird. Bonus feat. When a background, whatever you gain bonus feats as detailed below. Okay. Well, you get bonus feats for these backgrounds. If you're Knight of Somalia, your Mage of High Sorcery background, you gain the feat specified in the background. If your background doesn't provide you a feat, you get a bonus feat of your choice from the following list. Divinely Favored, Skilled, or Tough. Okay. At 4th level, you gain another bonus feat. This is kind of because they're trying to make it part of, more like D&D 1, I think, right? We'll look at these when they get down there. Alert. I've never taken Alert, but it's a good one. Mobile. Sentinel's awesome. Warcaster's pretty good. On this list, Sentinel. Sentinel's awesome. All right. Knights of Solamnia. Hey, I said I read all the books. I didn't say I actually knew how to freaking pronounce any of the words or names. You have traveled to be a valorous knight, warrior known as the Knights of Solamnia. Strict rules guide your very action, and you work to uphold them as you strive to... Okay, whatever. Although in the books, Chronicles, the knights had fallen on rough times. So, you weren't exactly well known and well beloved everywhere. But in the past, they had been well known and well beloved. But a lot of times their honor, their strict rules got them in trouble. Maybe they're a bit too strict. They didn't have any gray area in them. Kind of a problem. So let's see. Athletics, survival, that fits. 2 languages of your choice. All that. Let's see what your feat you get. You get the Squire of Somalia feat. Salamnia. I'm just going to call it Somalia. I know it's not Somalia, but that's what I say in my head. It's Knight of Salamnia. Salami! The Knights of Salami. There we go. Biff would appreciate that. Provide a free, modest lodging and food in any of their fortresses or encampments. Man, I do want to play this campaign. Building the character. Let's look at the traits. Pledge my sword to the greater good. If I may perish in pursuit of that good, so be it. That sounds right. Protecting the innocents come first. All concerns are second. I joined the Knights, but their lessons grew on me over time. That's pretty funny. Joined them for the free meals, but then I started to buy into what they were selling. I wish my deeds become the stuff of legends, just like those of the Knightshood's heroic founders. The disarmed act drove me to become a knight. I have acted with honor ever since. Okay. And you get one of these trinkets. We're not worried about that. Where's the Salami Squire thing? Squire of Salami. Oh, presented later in the document. You could also be a mage of high sorcery. Now, if I remember correctly, there were 3 high sorcery towers. The black, the red, and the gray? No, the black, the red, and the white. Sorry. The white were the good sorcerers, the black were the bad, and the red were the neutral. Raceland, probably the most famous sorcerer from the setting, started out as red and he turned black, but he was evil the whole time. He just was red because his brother was such a good guy. His twin brother. Anyway, that would be Karaman, in case you're keeping track. Your talent for magic came to the attention of the mages of high sorcery, an organization of spellcasters that study magic and prevent its misuse. You train there in the mage. Oh, they have to go through a test. Let's see if they talk about the test. The test is nasty. But whether or not you'll face the dangerous test requires you to become a true member of the group remains to be determined. Oh. I'd like to roleplay through that. I'd like to, if I'm playing this and you get to roleplay through that test, I 100% would play that. Play a mage. Let's see. Benevolent Order of the right robes, Balancing Order of the red robes, or the Ruthless Order of the black robes. We just talked about that. In the world of Crim, you refer to the mages of high sorcery as wizards of high sorcery. The organization accepts more than wizards, though, the sorcerers, warlocks, and other spellcasters, including their ranks. And that's just to make it more in line with D&D. You gain the Initiative High Sorcery feature. We'll talk about that later. And where's all your stuff you get for? Oh, there we go. 2 languages of your choice. Arcana, and History. That makes sense. And here we go. I wish to use my knowledge, but that's definitely white mage. My study of magic might reveal a manner of all secrets. That's probably red or black, but it could be white. That's definitely black right here. I learn magic so I'll be able to protect those I care about. White. I use magic to maintain the balance. That's red. When in the past, present, or future, I'll be the greatest mage ever known. That's black. But even though they all had that, they all worked together. At least during the War of the Lance. Because in Kryn times, in the olden days, I guess the mages have been crazy. Great thing to do whenever a group wants to take a rest roll for random encounters. Which one are you talking about? Well, I've lost my mind. The mages, and everyone put them down. Thank you for the company, but knew it's time for One Piece? I don't get it. I'm confused. Yeah, but, hey, thanks for showing up, Man Ray of Hope. So, everyone went after the wizards, and they exposed the wizard's biggest weakness. Even though they were super powerful and one wizard could wipe out a bunch of people, they they had to rest. And this is back in 2E days, so oh, hey, Frogstye. My face under this mask can be described as many things. Beauty is not one of them. But thanks for stopping by. Man, I'm trying to tell this story and I keep getting sidetracked. I'm not a good storyteller, in case you've noticed. Yeah. So even though like they're badass, the people get them and they beat them. But that's not here or there. So in past presentations, Dragonlance Center, several of the Dungeons and Dragon module spellcasting classes didn't exist. To accommodate classes, the group known as the Wizards of High Sorcery have evolved into the Mages of High Sorcery. I thought they were called mages in Dragonlance. I'm pretty sure they were called mages there. The group's distinctive order and signature roads remain, but the organization now accepts members from a broad range of spellcasting traditions. I could be wrong, though. Alright, let's talk some feats. Adept of the Black Robes. You choose the moon Nutrisystem to influence your magic and your ambition and loyalty to the Order of the Black Robes has been recognized, granting you these benefits. That's the invisible moon, by the way. You learn one second level spell of your choice. Second level spell must be from the enchantment or necromancy school of magic. You can cast this feat without using a spell slot. You have to do it on a long rest. There's got to be better than that, because that's pretty crappy for a feat. I mean, even if it's a bonus feat, though. So maybe bonus feats, we'll find out, are not as, like, good as real feats. But you also get Life Channel. Maybe that'll make up for it. You can channel your life force and the power of your magic. When a creature you see within 60 feet of you fails a saving throw against a spell that deals damage that you cast, you can expend the number of hit dice equal to the level of that spell. Roll the expended hit dice and add them together. The damage that creature takes... Whoa! Okay, I kind of like that. So basically, you can use your own hit dice to damage creatures. Just one creature, it looks like. And only if they fail their saving throw. Could be useful. Although the way you get back hit dice in this game, it would take just a couple of rests. 3 rests, 4 rests, 5 rests, whatever it takes. You get 2 rests. You choose the moon Lunatari to influence your magic. This is the red mode. See, this is neutral people. And they get the same thing. They get to choose 1 second level spell they can cast once whenever they want without using a spell slot per long rest. The spellcasting ability is the one chosen as you gain the initial. Okay. What does that to be? Illusion or transmutation? When you make an attack roll, you also get magical balance. When you make an attack roll or an ability check and roll a 9 or lower on the d20, you can basically count as a 10. Or you can do the white robe with Solinari, which I'm guessing the first thing is you can choose a second level spell, but it has to be aberration or divination magic. Division is magic. Or protective ward. When you're a creature you see within 30 feet who takes damage, you can use your reaction to expel a spell slot. You protect magic around the target. Roll number d6 equal to the level of the spell slot and reduce the damage the target takes by a total rolled on those dice plus your spellcasting modifier. See, I'd have to actually play these because I am not sure how this would work. They'd be interesting, that's for sure. Especially considering they're free feats. The fact that they're free, hell yeah. What is divinely favored? A god has chosen you to carry the spark of divine power. You learn 1 cantrip of your choice from the cleric spell list. Ooh, I like that. 1 first level spell based on your alignment. As specified in the alignment spell table below, you also learn the augury spell. You can choose to cast a first level spell on the augury spell without a spell slot, and you must finish the long rest before you can cast either of these spells in this way again. You can also cast these spells using spell slots you have the appropriate level. Okay. Not bad. If you're evil, you get a first level warlock spell. If you're good, you get a first level cleric spell. If you're neutral, you get a first level druid spell. Alright, sure, whatever. I get it. I can dig it. Alright, now this is what I want to see. This is the free one that mages, wizards, whatever, get. Wizards, sorcerers, I think they said druids were in there too. Did they say druids were in there? Wizards, sorcerers, warlocks, and whatever else. I don't even know where they said it. Thought they said another one that was weird, but whatever. We're moving on. Let's see what you get. Choose 1 of the 3 moons to influence your magic. We already talked about that. You learn 1 cantrip from the wizard spell list and 2 First level spells based on the moon of your choice. You cast each one. Your spell casting ability for this is Intelligent, Wisdom, Charisma. You choose the one you choose to feat. So it's the same thing. You get, did you say 2 first level spells? That's is that the same as Magic Initiate? Let's find out. That sounds like it's the same as Magic Initiate. Choose only one first level spell. Lowest level, and you must finish the long rest before you can do it again. Oh, and you don't get a cantrip? I thought you got a cantrip for this. Wow, that's a crappy feat. Alright, I take it back. All you get is 1 first level spell for a feat? Wow. Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm on the wrong thing. I want to go to this one. And here are your spells you can choose. Dissonant Whispers is fun. False Life isn't bad. Hex is cool. Ray of Sickness is alright. Color Spray, Disguise Fall, Feather Fall, Long Strider. Comprehend Languages, Good and Detect Evil, Protection from Good and Evil, and Shield. I'm going to go ahead and say the most useful ones are here, the old White Moon thing. Because Comprehend Languages can be very useful, and Shield is extremely useful. The rest of these, I mean, they're more situational. Ooh, Knight of the Crown. Let's see what happens if you become a Knight of the Crown. That was one of the Knights of Somalia, whatever the hell it was. Oh yeah, sorry, Salami. You learn a Distracting Strike from the Goading Maneuver attack from the player Battle Master. So you get one of the Battle Master things. Choose the maneuver when you gain the feat. If the maneuver requires a saving throw, blah blah blah. When you finish the long rest, how many superiority? Oh, you get 2 superiority dice, so you can use it twice. Did you? I thought you did, but did I miss that? And hey, Blaze. Ah, I skipped some because I'm... Yep, that's what I get because reading is hard. 2 cantrips. Thanks, Blaze. So you get 2 cantrips and 1 spell, where this one you got 2 spells and 1 cantrip. That makes more sense. And that actually makes it worthwhile. I think I might have taken that with my... Oh, I did take that with my Dwarf Fighter when he got to like level 16 or something. Because I didn't have anything great to take. So I took that just so I could get a familiar and mess around with it. And once again, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm getting rid of this. Thanks, Blaze. And thank you, Real. Wow, I have a feeling that like everything is really, really freaking delayed for what I'm seeing with chat. Because you guys are talking to me for... I guess not that much. Maybe not. You'll have to tell me. Does chat seem really delayed? Should I try and refresh? I'm going to refresh anyway. Let's see if that helps. Oh my gosh. Alright, so what do we get? You get 2, you get Goading Attack or Distracting Strike. If you're Knight of the Sword, I'm going to guess you get 2 other things from Battle Master. Wait, do you get what else you get? That's it. Maneuvering Attack or Menacing Attack. So basically you get a little piece of... you gain 2, which... You added the... Oh, so you get a little piece of Battle Master. And Knight of the Rose, you also get... Commander Strike or Rally Maneuver. Okay. Squire, though... Pushing Attack is good. How many superiority dice do you get? You gain a number of superiority dice equal to your proficiency bonus. These dice are D6s and you can use them, blah. Okay. So it's basically a little piece of Battle Master. Which Battle Master is a good thing for fighters. Excuse me. Yeah, I've noticed that. You can be a member of multiple orders? Really? Okay. Let's read that. Oh, this is the end of it. Cool. I was trying to go a little quicker, but that's all right. We'll talk. Wow, really? I thought there'd be more of this. That's all there is? I thought there'd be more subclasses or something. Maybe that's somewhere else, or maybe they haven't come out with that yet. Just play Battle Master. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, because Battle Master is fun. Plus, I think my favorite Battle Master technique was the one where you make them drop their weapon. I don't even remember what that was called. Oh, let's look it up. Oh, let me look. All right, hold on. Let's do this first. So, 3 maneuvers. Let's look at the different maneuvers you have. You have force ability dice, which are D8s. Oh, they start at D8s? Huh. Ambush, bait, and sit. What is Commander Strike? Because we saw that. To direct one of your companions to strike. Okay, I've seen people use that. That's interesting. Commander's presence. Disarming attack. That's the good one, in my opinion. The rest of them are okay. Distracting strike's good. Some of these are really good. Some of them are okay. Goading attack. That's where you mean they have to attack you? Alright, so you were saying something about expert classes. You talking about this, or you talking about the other one that I closed down? You talking about the One D&D PDF or this one? Because I don't know if... Oh, let's see. Nope, not this one. This one, probably. Oh, yeah, the expert classes are basically what they did is they divided them into groups. Hold on, sorry. They divided them into groups like the warrior, the priest, the mage, and the experts. I always thought it was weird that the ranger went here. Yeah, oh. Do the... Okay, yeah, that's fine. But do the rogues get their sneak attack on that? They would, wouldn't they? No, you're not, man. You're good. I understand what you're saying. Like, to me, this, when you look at this, and I think I said this the first time I talked about this, well, the experts seem like they were just thrown together. The mages totally make sense. The priests totally make sense. The warriors totally make sense. The experts, bard, ranger, rogue. Yeah. I see what they're going for, but it looks like they kind of just tried to shoehorn all those in together. And the thing about this, though, is they divide the spell... Wait. The spell list. Although I thought they divided the spell list by class group, but apparently didn't because priest can do divine or primal. I'm guessing that means druid does primal, cleric does, and paladin do divine. Ooh, they do get sneak attack on that. Yeah, okay, never mind. That actually would be really good then. Yeah, it's just groups that use to sort classes. Which, once again, I think they kind of is unnecessary. But when they do different... Yeah, I see that, but they don't really... I don't know, they don't really fit in together. Ranger, at least the ranger that's been in 5e, is more of a fighter warrior than anything else. Rogue, I could see as a versatile class. But if you're going the most versatile class in D&D, I think cleric's the most versatile class in D&D. Because you can have so many different... The subclasses in cleric, the domains or whatever, make them so different. They're very versatile. They're very diverse. And I think it makes for a big difference. Like, you can have your knowledge cleric who's smarter than the wizard and knows more about stuff than the wizard, easily because of what they get. You can have your war cleric who's frontline and just right next to the fighter. See, I think ranger would fit with the warriors more than it would fit with the experts. Because what does a ranger really do? That would be expertise. But they're going to divide the fates like this. Like they'll have certain feats that only experts can take or certain feats that only priests can take. They're going to have other stuff. Oh yeah, there you go. Bard is also... Bard's a full caster. Paladin's not a full caster. But then again, Bard doesn't get their magic... Well, then again, Wizard's the only one that gets their magic by studying. Everyone else just gets their spell list. So yeah, I think Experts was just thrown together. Oh, and the Artificer is also an expert. The Player's Handbook Ranger was kind of a nothing. I mean, I liked it, but only because of... What was that one? What was that dark one that made you invisible in darkness? One of the subclasses. I thought that was cool. Alright, so... Wow, I really thought there'd be more to this, though. I thought there'd be more to Dragonlance. They gave us a couple of backgrounds. They introduced Kender, which, are cool. And they talked about a couple of bonus feats you get. And I think that you could choose other bonus feats if you weren't one of these class or didn't have one of these backgrounds. So you gain your bonus feat at 4th level regardless of background. Gloomstalker, thank you, both of you. Yeah, Gloomstalker was... It wasn't Player's Handbook. Shit. I can look it up now that you guys told me the name. Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Dread Ambusher, Umbra Sight. I never played one to 7th level, so I never did Iron Mine, but yeah. Well, I was thinking like the range is more like a fighter because it gets extra attack like fighter did. It got, Shit, let's look. We can do it. 5e Ranger. Oh. Once again, see, range I haven't played a lot of. Like, favorite enemy, that was kind of garbagey. They got a fighting style, just like a fighter did. Paladin, I mean, who gets fighting styles? Rangers, fighters, and paladins. They get extra attack. Who gets extra attack? Fighters, rangers, and paladins, and... Is that it? Fighters, rangers, and paladins? Monk. Fighters, rangers, paladins, and monk. Yeah, see, to me, rangers definitely were supposed to be like a fighting class. But they only get one extra attack, it looks like. I've never actually played a ranger. I've never actually seen a ranger to 26th level. I don't even know what these things do. I don't know what Vanish is. Use the hide as a bonus action. Hey, so you're like 1/3 as good as a rogue. Feral Sense. Does that mean you can't be surprised? When you attack a creature you can't see, you have inability to see, doesn't oppose disadvantage, blah blah blah. Foe Slayer. Hey, come on, man, with a level 20 thing like Foe Slayer, I know this isn't Tasha's thing. But with a level 20 thing like Foe Slayer, you're a fighter. You can add a wisdom modifier to the attack rolls or the damage rolls. Wait, once on each of your turns? That's pretty crappy. Wait. That's their level 20 ability? Yeah, I know Tasha's help. Yeah, Tasha. I know that I'm looking at least I'm assuming the one I'm looking at is Player's Handbook, because that's a really crappy 20th level ability. Does it say on here somewhere where it came from? I mean, maybe, you know what? Hold on. Before I pass judgment, let's remember I suck at reading, and I keep only reading half of it and saying that's good enough. I think that's my ADD side. Not that I'm diagnosed, but I think I am. At 20th level, you have an unparalleled 100 of your enemies. Once on each of your turns, you can add your wisdom modifier to the attack roll or the damage roll of an attack you make against one of your favorite enemies. You can choose to use this feature before... Yeah, that is a shitty level 20... Oh. Wow. Oh, Tasha made that level. Okay, thank God. I can't believe how bad that is. Like... Wow. I can't... With a fighter, you get a 4th attack. That's your level 20 ability, if I remember correctly. So, you have more attacks than anybody. With a druid, for God's sake, you can use Wild Shape every single turn if you want to. This, you get to add your wisdom modifier to one attack roll or damage roll. Jesus. Did the person who make this just think, wow, I really hate Rangers, so I'm going to screw them over? Did a ranger, like, break their parents up? Like, their mom had an affair with a ranger? Did they used to watch Yogi Bear when they were a kid and just really hate the ranger, whatever the hell his name is, for not letting Yogi steal the picnic baskets? I cannot believe how crappy that is. All right, let me see if I can find Tasha's. Because this is what's on D&D Beyond, right? All right, let's see if I can't find... I can always get the book if I needed to, but this would be better. Tasha. Tasha's Ranger. Let's see if this is it. If not, this will probably be it. I don't want, like, somebody... here we go. I guess. You guys can tell me if this is it. They also get a D10 as a hit die. That is fighter all the way, man. Alright, so let's take a look at this now. Candy Explorer, favorite flow. What do they get at 20? They get Apex Predator. And let me know if this is not the right one. Fighting style. Did I miss something? Candy Explorer. Ah, it's up here. Okay, that makes more sense. Choose one. Yeah, I think this is Tasha's. This looks familiar. Favored foe. Call your Mystic Honor and mark a favorite enemy for one. Oh, you can make any enemy your favorite enemy. Include it with you to make it increase by 1d4. Yeah. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call you with your Mystic Bond with nature to mark that target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute until you lose the concentration. The first time on each of your turns you hit the favorite enemy, deal damage included with your mark, increase that damage 1d4. Almost. Because the level 20 was just your wisdom modifier, but that is... God, that is such a bad... My mind is so blown by that. Like, I probably haven't looked at that since I first started playing. When I first started playing, I got the player's handbook and I read that bitch cover to cover. And that's probably the last time I looked at that, when I did not realize just how crappy that was. Now I can see why everyone hated Ranger. That's the worst level 20. Like, clerics at level 20, they can ask their god for a favor, and their god has to do it if they make it to level 20. Their god's like, sure. I mean, if otherwise, they have to use roll D100, get underneath their level. But, wow. And there you go. And it could technically be more damage once you get 14th level, so that's... I don't know if I'd say that's better or worse. Yeah, and they might also change Ranger. We haven't seen what Ranger looks like in 1D&D. It might be completely different. I want to see what they get at level 20 now. Apex Predator. Are they going to be Randy Orton? It's actually better than level 20 mobility. There it is. All right, at level 20, you learn how to act with incredible speed. Once per round, after another creature takes its turn, you can take a special action. You can use this special action to move up to half your movement speed and take either the attack, one weapon attack only, cast a spell... Dash, disengage. Wow, now that's a pretty good thing right there. Because you can do it at any. You're right, Blaze. It is better than what you would get at level 20 in the player's handbook. I really, really, really want to know what the person that wrote that was thinking. Did they not realize what other characters got? Did they think, like, down the road they were going to change it so, like, level 20 was, like, mid-level? But, because that is just so unbelievably crappy. Once per round, you get hit an attack you probably would have missed, or you get to do 5 extra points of damage. That's a big whoop-de shit, man. This is cool. This is almost like a legendary action. Alright. Man. Mind blown by how crappy Player Handbook Ranger was. Where did I leave that? Where is it? I want to look at that again. I cannot believe that was a thing. It has to be... Yep, it has to be one of your favorite enemies. And you get to add, basically, it's a 5. And since at 14th level on the other one, you get a D8 that's average of 5. So, yeah. Man. Wait. Hold on. I want to look at that again. Did it have, like, you could only use it once per short rest or something? When you're a creature with an attack roll. Oh, yeah. I think they were considered the worst. Like, I didn't really understand that until this moment. Because, yes, I know some of these features, like, here, some of these features are pretty much garbage. Favorite enemy is pretty much garbage. Natural Explorer, I don't remember what that is. It could be useful, but it's not really that useful. Wait, if you're traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace. Yeah, I mean, it could be, but it's not really. Fighting style's okay. Spellcasting, you're quarter spellcaster probably, right? Primal awareness. To focus on the region around you for 1 minute of the spell and sense whether the following creatures are present within 1 mile of you or to within 6 miles of your favorite terrain. But it just tells you, does it at least give you a direction? It doesn't even give you a direction? I said direction. I said direction in case you misheard, because I know I kind of mumbled it. I did not say erection. Because this definitely would give no one an erection. Beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of this spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, 6 miles of favorite terrain. It doesn't give a direction. That's a crappy ability. Extra land stride. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. That is so basically, I don't want to say useless. It's so situational that it's ridiculous that that's something you get at a level. In addition, you have advantage on saving those against plants that are magically created or manipulated, such as Entangle. Okay. Hide in plain sight. You can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself. You must have access to blah, blah, blah. Once you're killing, your eye pressing yourself against a solid surface, such as a tree or wall, that is at least as tall or wide as you are. Gain a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks on as long as you're there without moving. So if you do nothing, they won't be able to find you. But you have to take a minute to get ready. Starting at 14 level, you use the hide action as a bonus action. We already said that was crappy. You can also aware of the location of any invisible creatures. Wow. Yeah, looking back on this, Rangers sucked ass. Holy shit. And this right here is the... No, you weren't. Like, the best I can say about most of those skills is they are situationally useful. Compare them to any other class. Like, I always make jokes that Monk sucks because Monk's damage does not scale very well. Monk's damage scales pretty crappy, actually, but they get a lot of attacks. But, man, Monk is Giga Chad compared to this sucker. Yeah, they did. Or was it level 1? It was level 1, dude. Favorite foe was level 1. Yeah, they gave that... No, they gave you a better version of the 20th level ability at level 1. You know what I think it is? I know what happened. I know what happened. What happened is when they were writing 5e, it wasn't the fact that the dude's mom ran away with a ranger when he was a kid and broke up his family. It wasn't the fact that he hated Ranger Rick or whatever the hell the name was on Yogi Bear. It was this. He was trying his damnedest to get fired. So he's like, okay. They want me to make ranger. You know what? I want to go to another job. Oh, look at level 2? Okay. Fighting style, foe slayer, spellcasting. Oh! Is it the same thing? Foe slayer, second level. Oh my god, it is the exact same thing. You're right. So, okay, there you go. So what I was saying is, dude was trying to get fired. He's like, I'm going to put together the crappiest class I can. They'll fire me, and then I can collect that sweet unemployment. But apparently whoever accepted the classes, or whoever edited it, whoever like he submitted it to, was like must have gone to the dentist, been high on laughing gas or something, because they looked at it and said, "Yeah, this is good." I don't get it, man. But yeah, you're right. At level 2, you get the exact same thing, even the same name. What you get at level 1 is actually better. But you can only use it for once per, or how your proficiency bonus for long rest. But still, oh my god, that's a level 2 spell. As a level 2 spell, it's not that bad. Alright, so this ended up being newbie bitches about people in his party not being able to do combat and how crappy rangers are. But thank you so much for tuning in. And have yourselves a good evening. I'll see you all next time, which probably won't be until another One D&D is released. Have a great day. And always, if you're new here, or if you're old here, or if you're just here, check out my videos. New one drops every Wednesday, at least for the rest of the year. And have yourself a great day.